Now on BBC Radio 4, the shipping forecast issued by the Met Office on behalf of the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency at 0015 on Monday, the 5th of August 2024. There are warnings of gales in Shannon, Rockall, Malin, Hebrides and southeast Iceland. The general synopsis at 1800. Low 75 miles west of Bailey 982, expected 200 miles west of northwest Rockall 983 by 1800 Monday. The area forecast for the next 24 hours. Viking, south or southeast 4 to 6, rain later, moderate or good. North at Sierra, south at Sierra. Northwesterly 4 or 5 at first and southeast south at Sierra, otherwise variable 2 to 4, becoming southerly or southeasterly 4 to 6, rain later, moderate or good. 40s Cromarty 4th, Tyne, Dogger. South 4 to 6, becoming variable 2 to 4 later in Cromarty, rain or thundery showers except in Tyne and Dogger, good, occasionally poor except in Tyne and Dogger. Fisher, German Bight, Humber, Thames. West backing south or southwest 3 to 5, fair, good. Dover, White. South or southwest becoming variable 2 to 4, fair, good. Portland, Plymouth. Southwest 3 to 5, rain later, good, occasionally moderate later. Biscay. Variable 2 to 4, becoming southwesterly 4 or 5 later in northwest, mainly fair, good. Trafalgar. Variable 2 to 4 in southeast, otherwise northerly 4 to 6, fog patches in east, good, occasionally very poor in east. Southeast Fitzroy. Northerly 4 or 5 in southeast, otherwise variable, becoming southwesterly later 2 to 4, fog patches in southeast, good, occasionally very poor in southeast. Northwest Fitzroy, Seoul. Southwesterly 5 to 7, veering westerly 4 or 5 later, occasional rain, good, occasionally moderate. Lundy, Fastnet, Irish Sea. South or southwest 5 to 7, veering west or southwest 3 to 5 later, rain or showers, thundery later, good, occasionally poor. Shannon, Rockall. Southwest 6 to gale 8, veering west, then backing southwest 4 to 6, rain, then showers, good, occasionally moderate. Malin, Hebrides. South 6 to gale 8, veering southwest 4 to 6, rain, showers later, good, occasionally poor. Bailey. Southwest 3 to 5, backing south or southeast 4 to 6 later, rain or showers, good, occasionally poor. Fair Isle, Faroes. Southeast 4 to 6, veering southwest 4 or 5, then becoming variable 2 to 4 later in Fair Isle, rain, good, occasionally poor. And southeast Iceland. Easterly 6 to gale 8, veering southeasterly 3 to 5, then becoming cyclonic 4 to 6 later, occasional rain, good, occasionally poor. And now the weather reports from coastal stations for 2300 on the 4th of August. Tyree automatic, south by west 5, heavy drizzle 1800 metres 999, now rising. Stornoway, south 4, recent drizzle 3 miles 997, now rising. Lerwick, southeast by south 4, 7 miles 1005, falling slowly. Wick automatic, south by east 4, recent rain 11 miles 1001, falling. Aberdeen, south 4, recent rain 12 miles 1004, falling slowly. Lukers, northeast by north 1, recent rain 11 miles 1005, now rising. Boomer, south by east 3, slight rain 4 miles 1008, falling slowly. Bridlington, south by east 4, 1011, falling slowly. Sandetti light vessel automatic, southwest 5, 11 miles 1015. St. Catherine's Point automatic, west-southwest 4, 1015, falling slowly. Jersey, northwest 2, 11 miles 1016, now falling. Scilly automatic, south-southwest 5, 5 miles 1013, falling slowly. Milford Haven, south by west 5, slight drizzle 5 miles 1011, falling slowly. Aberporth, south 4, 8 miles 1011, falling slowly. Valley, south 6, 5 miles 1009, falling slowly. Liverpool Crosby, south-southwest 5, 1010, falling slowly. Valentia, south by west 4, slight rain 1 mile 1005, falling slowly. Ronaldsway, south by west 5, 1007, falling slowly. Malin south 5, slight showers 24 miles 1000, now falling. And Machrihanish automatic, southeast 4, slight rain 3 miles 1002, now rising. And here's the weather forecast for the inshore waters of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, valid for the following 24 hours, issued by the Met Office at 2300 on Sunday the 4th of August 2024. The general situation. Low pressure will remain slow-moving to the south of Iceland through the period, bringing a fresh southerly to southwesterly airflow to the British Isles. Rain and strong winds will affect northern and western waters through Monday, while southern and eastern areas will be drier with lighter winds. Cape Wrath to Rattray Head, including Orkney. South or southeast 4 to 6, veering west or northwest 3 to 5 later, then becoming variable 2 to 4 later. Rain at times, good, occasionally moderate. Rattray Head to Berwick upon Tweed. Southerly or southwesterly 3 to 5, increasing 6 at times until later in north, then becoming variable 2 to 4 later. Rain or showers, perhaps thundery later, moderate or good, occasionally poor. Berwick upon Tweed to Whitby. South or southwest 3 to 5, rain or showers, later in north, perhaps thundery, good, occasionally poor later in north. Whitby to Gibraltar Point. Southerly or southwesterly 2 to 4, increasing 5 at times in north until later, mainly fair, good. Gibraltar Point to North Foreland. Southerly or southwesterly 3 or 4, increasing 5 at times mainly in north, mainly fair, good. North Foreland to Selsey Bill. Southerly or southwesterly 3 or 4, decreasing 2 at times later, fair, good. Selsey Bill to Lyme Regis. Southwesterly backing southerly later, 3 or 4, increasing 5 at times later in west, occasional drizzle later in west, good, occasionally moderate later in west. Lyme Regis to Land's End, including the Isles of Scilly. Southwesterly, veering westerly or northwesterly later in far west, 4 or 5, occasionally 3 at first. Occasional drizzle in far west, then rain later, good, occasionally moderate. Land's End to St. David's Head, including the Bristol Channel. South or southwest, veering west later, 4 or 5, occasionally 6 at first near St. David's Head. Occasional drizzle, rain or showers later, perhaps thundery, moderate or good, occasionally poor later. St. David's Head to Great Orme Head, including St. George's Channel. South, veering southwest later, 4 or 5, occasionally 6 until later. Occasional drizzle, rain or showers later, perhaps thundery, moderate or good, occasionally poor later. Great Orme Head to the Mull of Galloway. Southerly 4 to 6, occasionally 7 at first in north, veering west or southwest 3 to 5 later. Occasional drizzle, rain or showers later, perhaps thundery, moderate or good, occasionally poor. Isle of Man. South or southwest 5 or 6, veering northwest 3 or 4 later. Occasional rain or drizzle, fair later, moderate or good, occasionally poor. Lochfoyle to Carlingford Loch. Southerly 4 to 6, occasionally 7 at first and east, veering westerly or northwesterly 2 to 4 later. Rain at times, becoming fair later, moderate or good, occasionally poor at first. Mull of Galloway to Mull of Kintyre, including the Firth of Clyde and North Channel. Southerly 5 or 6, occasionally 7 at first in the North Channel, veering westerly or northwesterly 2 to 4 later. Occasional rain or drizzle, becoming fair later. Moderate or good, occasionally poor until later. Mull of Kintyre to Ardnamurchan Point. Southerly 4 to 6, but 7 or gale 8 at first in north, veering southwesterly 3 to 5. Occasional rain or drizzle, becoming fair later. Moderate or good, occasionally poor until later. Ardnamurchan Point to Cape Wrath. South 4 to 6, increasing 7 or gale 8, then veering southwest 4 to 6, occasional rain, becoming fair later, moderate or good, occasionally poor at first. And Shetland Isles, southeast 5 or 6, veering southwest 4 or 5 later, then becoming variable 3 or less later, rain or showers, moderate or good, occasionally poor. And that completes the shipping forecast, and that's it indeed for another day here on BBC Radio 4. On behalf of my colleague Mark Forrest in the newsroom and myself, Al Ryan, here in Broadcasting House, thanks for your company through the evening here on Radio 4. Have a safe, quiet and peaceful night. Good night. Ihawa.